Hey, everybody. This is Nerdad, and we are back playing Baldur's Gate 3. Been a little while since we've done our playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, so happy to jump back in. And to start us off, we're going to get a little caught up with where we left off last time. So what we're at is right now we're in the Blighted Village, and we're going to be spending a good amount of time tonight taking a look at the Blighted Village and exploring all the stuff that's in there, and because there is a lot of stuff to do in the Blighted Village. Last time in the Blighted Village, we took care of Lump the Enlightened and his ogre buddies, and we were able to get a warped headband of intellect off of him. Um, the reason that Lump is so enlightened is because he was wearing this. And on cue, they're still gaming saying play FFXIV. So yeah, the reason that Lump was enlightened is because he had this headband of intellect, which sets the wearer's intelligence score to 17. So I went ahead and put this on Nerdad, and the reason for that is because the only other person that this would benefit is Gale. And Gale already has his intelligence at 18, but the reason that it benefits Nerdad is because he is going to be doing a lot of skill checks because he is the face of the party. So there are all kinds of like just random like history and arcana checks that and so on and so forth that are going to pop up in dialogue. So we are definitely going to equip Nerdad with that just to give him that little extra +3 boost to his intellect rolls. And this is actually really huge because Nerdad typically has an intellect of, I believe, 8. I think that was our dump stat. So we went from a -1 penalty on our skill checks for our intelligence skill check rolls up to a +3 on all of them. So we're doing really good. Go find Auntie Ethel. So okay, I am actually going to change up the order of the way that I'm doing things here. Auntie Ethel is down here, and actually, let me take a moment here, and we're going to go over our quests. So, of course, our main quest is finding a cure, and again, we have several options for doing that. We have got a Goblin Priestess, we have got Auntie Ethel, there is the Druid Halsin, and then there's the Githyanki Kresh. All of these are potential options for finding a cure for the tadpole that is burrowed in our brain. There is also this quest that is just kind of a random thing that's going to pop up every now and again for improving our potential through living a better life through tadpole ingestion. There is also investigating Kaga from the Druid's Grove. There's something super suspicious going on with that. That we're going to take care of in the swamp whenever we head down to go take care of Auntie Ethel, as Still Gaming mentioned in the chat there. One option for quote-unquote saving the refugees is stealing the idol and preventing their ritual from finishing up. But the problem with that is that the stealing the idol will cause an all-out war between the druids and the tieflings. So we'll not be doing that at this moment, but we will be doing that a little bit later when it's safe to do so. So yeah. Side quest, we have got Find the Night Song. As it is right now, the clue trail is leading us into the Goblin Camp to figure out where the Night Song is, and we'll be investigating that. There's also Save Myrina. This has something to do with Auntie Ethel as well, so we'll be taking care of this quest whenever we go and visit Auntie Ethel. There are blueprints for the masterwork weapon. The big thing that we need right now is finding a Susser tree, and that, spoiler alert, will be down in the Underdark, which we will... You can totally steal as a paladin if the paladin's way out of visual range of the horrific things that are happening in his party that he has responsibility for. All right, the big thing that we are going to hit tonight definitely, though, is find the cellar. So we found last time a journal that mentioned a cellar that had a whole bunch of really cool stuff in there, and there is some darn cool stuff in this cellar. So we'll be probably hitting that today. And then, of course, we have our companion quest. We won't cover that too much right now. But here are the here are those dead ogres. And we do have the cellar right here, but there are a couple of items of business that need to be taken care of real quick. So first off, there is this hidden cache over there. I think we already took care of that. Yeah, Astarion can definitely steal, and Astarion will be stealing. But Astarion is one of those items of business that we have got going on. So I'm going to jump over to camp real quick. What in the world? So here in camp, I am going to respec Astarion. And this is nigh blasphemy because I love rogues so much. But with a little bit of research and a little bit of experimentation, I found a build for roguish characters that is hyper effective. So we'll be respecking Astarion with that right now.
Fate spins along.
I love Withers. I've said it a million times. I love Withers.
Dost thou require a new ally?
So,
Or mayhaps a
we're going to change his
as thou
class.
desire?
And we'll jump into this. And instead of going with a rogue, we are actually going with a ranger for Astarion right now. And the reason for this is I actually want to devote Astarion to being a ranged class now. So, what we're going to be doing is kind of a rogue and ranger multi-class. And this is, like, shout out to, oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. I'll think of his name and give a shout out to him. But this is where I found this build for it. And it works, again, just exceptionally well. Oh, yeah, and thanks for the reminder to bring the bird out. All right, so we're going to go with ranger. And for favored enemy, I do like the way that they do the favored enemies in Baldur's Gate 3. In D&D, you like pick a type of enemy and you have like all these advantages and stuff against that particular enemy, but you're just average when you're not fighting against that enemy. It's kind of a bummer. But for Ranger, since we've never talked about Ranger, I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this now. There are like 5 specializations that you can have instead of a favored enemy, and it's kind of odd that they continue to call this a favored enemy. I am going to make him a machinist. So actually, still gaming. The idea is that he's going to be equipped with 2-hand crossbows, and he is going to be machine gunning the crap out of everything that is around him. Yeah, seriously, like doing a ranger this way is just crazy for damage output. It's really good. I've been trying this on another game, and it's really effective. All right, so the favorite enemy is just kind of like what your specialty is, and so we've got here a bounty hunter, which is you gain proficiency in investigation, and then if you hit something with an ensnaring strike, they have disadvantage on their saving throw. And oh, this doesn't have a highlight for ensnaring strike, but ensnaring strike, the ensnared condition is a really potent debuff. So having them with disadvantage on their saving throw is huge on that. This is the one we're going to be taking, but I will discuss the other options here. So we've got here Keeper of the Veil, which is proficiency in Arcana, and then you can cast like protection from evil and good at will. For the Magebreaker, this is the default one that they select. It gives you the True Strike cantrip, which is a terrible, awful, horrific cantrip to have. It has its place. Like, True Strike, you gain advantage on your next attack roll, but it does cost an action to use, so you can't use it on the same turn. So you can either attack on turn A and attack on turn B, or attack on turn B with advantage. It's absolutely not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. The only time that True Strike is kind of good is if the person with the True Strike cantrip just can't hit anything on a certain turn, and this will prepare them for the next turn in which they can't hit something. That's the only time it has use, which is a good use, but it's not nearly good enough to make it worth taking as a cantrip or taking as a Magebreaker. Ranger Knight is really good because it does give you heavy armor proficiency. No, he will not have a robot friend, but there is this whole beast tamer where you can find familiar, so it won't be a robot, but it will be, Fae. Ranger Knight gets heavy armor proficiency and then gains skill proficiency in history. We really don't need that one. But the armor proficiency with heavy armor is great. That's really, really good. And then Sanctified Stalker, you gain proficiency in religion and you can cast Sacred Flame, which that's the proficiency in religion. That's okay. It's not overused too much in Baldur's Gate 3. And casting Sacred Flame, I would rather just shoot them with a bow to the face. So we will definitely be doing Bounty Hunter. Investigation's a really, really good proficiency. And this whole like weakness against Ensnaring Strike is awesome. So yeah, we'll be taking Bounty Hunter. In here, Natural Explorer, we have got, this is kind of another sub-specialization. It's weird how they do Rangers in this. They have like 2 specializations right off the bat that kind of do different things. So we've got Beast Tamer. This is what gives us the Find Familiar, not a cantrip, but it basically turns Find Familiar into a cantrip. This is useful. Familiars are really, really, really good. There's also Urban Tracker. This just right off the bat gives us proficiency with Sleight of Hand and nothing more than that. And then you have Wasteland Wanderer. This is just resistance to the listed thing here. So we're probably going to be doing fire on this, but I think I have a fire resistance elixir, which we're going to be needing here pretty soon. If I don't have that elixir, we definitely need to take fire. And the reason that fire resistance is so good is because both in D&D and in Baldur's Gate 3, like fire is a very, very, very common element to be facing. And especially in Baldur's Gate 3 because you'll oftentimes have little patches of fire that you need to walk through. So this is a really, really good thing to take. Urban Tracker, because Astarion is my roguish person, I might take Urban Tracker just to get him proficiency in Sleight of Hand so that I can have a little bit of space there. So I'll probably do Urban Tracker for now, and the intention being that I will respec Astarion a little bit later into definitely into the Wasteland Wanderer Fire. All right, let me go ahead and clear out the ability points here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put Strength at 10. Dex is going to go all the way up to 17. Con is going to go up to 16. We're going to pop that in there. Pop the +1 bonus in there. And the +2 bonus, if it's not clear, is going to go into Dexterity. Wisdom's going to stay at 8. Intelligence is going to stay at 8. Charisma's going to stay at 8. And Wisdom's going to get cranked all the way up to 14. All right. For the skills that he has got, this Sleight of Hand should be at a +5 because he should be proficient with that with the Urban Natural Explorer that we took. Hopefully that gets evened out. All right, we will take nature probably. We'll keep survival here. Perception, this is great. Granted from race, perception is such an important thing. And with his newfound 14 in wisdom, Astarion's basically going to be my perception monkey for the rest of the game. Might make him do insight as well. That might be good. Athletics would also be really good just because, yeah, I'm going to take off survival. I really don't need survival. Nature, really don't need nature either. I am going to put this into athletics just because giving Astarion a little bit more jumping power so that he can jump into better positions will be really nice. We'll go ahead and give him insight as well. Insight's always a good one to have. Not always, especially in Baldur's Gate 3, not always. But in general, it's a good skill to have. All right. What do y'all think? This look good? Yeah, we'll leave it there. Confirm, and that looks good, and confirm. All right, so with this, let's take a look at his character sheet and verify that he has actually got... Ahaha, there we go. Yeah, he's got Sleight of Hand proficiency here. Good. Good, so that ended up popping up exactly where we wanted it to. We do want to start in with a lot of sleight of hand ability, just because that handles lockpicking, that handles trap disarming, and it handles pickpocketing. Like 3 very, very important skills to have. So let's go ahead and continue to level him up. So Ranger level 2, we actually get some spells, and what we're going to do is we're definitely taking Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark is a wonderful spell that is a lot of bang for your buck. So what this does is it allows you to mark a creature. It is also a bonus action, which is awesome. Level 1 spell slot, it's a bonus action. But you mark a creature, and every time you hit that creature, you do an extra 1d6 damage to that creature. And then, if that creature dies before the spell ends, which is going to be a really long time because this is until long rest. It is concentration, though, so you have to be careful that you don't accidentally break it through getting hit or whatever. If the target dies before the spell ends, then you can freely cast Hunter's Mark on a new target without expending a spell slot. It is still a bonus action, of course, but it doesn't use up a spell slot. This is such a good thing. This is the Ranger equivalent to a rogue sneak attack. Just a little extra damage that goes on top of their main damage. This doesn't do as much damage as sneak attack because the Ranger is going to do way more upfront damage. So Hunter's Mark is our first choice, and our second choice is we are spec'd into Ensnaring Strike, so we will be taking Ensnaring Strike. And again, this is a concentration spell, 10 turns. It just enhances your actual attack to ensnare something. So ensnare again is a fantastic thing. So it takes damage over time, and attack rolls against it have advantage, and their attack rolls and dexterity saving throws have disadvantage. It is removed really easily, but my gosh, Ensnared is so good. It is so good. So yeah, we will be taking Ensnaring Strike. And for fighting style, this is really similar to our fighter fighting style, but we will absolutely be taking archery for a +2 bonus to our ranged attacks. That's absolutely what I'm doing. I am making a machinist rogue, and I'm really happy about it. Again, this is such a great build. If the charisma weren't so low, this would actually be a really good solo class. If you wanted to play through Baldur's Gate on Tactician and solo, you could probably do it with this class. Okay, level 3, we're gonna pick a subclass. Oh, first though, we're gonna grab a brand new spell. This one, a couple of good options. Fog Cloud is always really good. Goodberry is always really good, and it is worth noting that Goodberry, one extra advantage that you have in Baldur's Gate is a Goodberry does have a camp supply value of 1. So you can potentially get most of your camp supplies for a long rest just out of chain casting Goodberries, if you have a dedicated druid for doing that. Animal Friendship I don't care about too much. Cure Wounds, I've got that in better places. Fog Cloud, Gale can cast this. Fog Cloud's a really good spell, but I'll leave it on Gale to cast. Enhanced Leap I've got on Gale. Long Strider I've got on my hirelings, so I don't need to worry about that, and I think on Gale as well. And then Speak with Animals, I have Nerdad taking care of that. So by default, the one that we are left with is Hail of Thorns. Hail of Thorns is actually pretty good as well. So Thorns deal weapon damage, which is a lot, to the target, and then explode. The explosion deals an additional 1 to 10 piercing damage to the target and surrounding creatures. This is a really good AoE damage spell. And even if you miss on your weapon attack from the Hail of Thorns, the thorns still explode, and then targets still take half damage from that explosion if they succeed their save. So, eating berries isn't a skill. Creating the berries is a spell. All right. For this build, we are going with Gloomstalker. I'll talk real quick about Beastmaster. Beastmaster, you get an animal companion. This animal companion can be darn good. So if you're playing a more traditional ranger, you like it's the one that has like the like the bear as a companion, or like a there's a pretty wide selection of ranger companions that you can pick here, and all of them are pretty darn good. Some better than others, but they're all pretty darn good. A hunter focuses pretty heavily on the bow aspect of the ranger, and yeah, we won't be doing that, but what we will be doing is the sneaky ranger. And I love the phrasing on this. So, Gloomstalker, emerging like a horrible gift from the envelope of darkness and shadow, you ambush and put down your foes before they can even scream. It's great. I love the way that's written. That's really good. So okay, Gloomstalker is fantastic, and it works perfectly for a rogue multiclass. I know, right? So on the first round of combat, you're going to get a full-on extra attack. This will allow the Rogue Ranger to just wipe out so much of the battlefield. Like, they're gonna have 2 attacks right off the bat. With 2 hand crossbows, I'm also gonna have a bonus attack. And on the first round of combat, I'm going to have a full-on extra attack from this Dread Ambusher. And not only that, this extra attack does an additional 1d8 damage, and on the first turn of combat, your movement speed is increased by 10 freaking feet, and you gain a +3 bonus to your initiative. This means that you're almost always going to be going first. You'll have plenty of movement to get into whatever position you want to get into, and you have like this. You'll have when this build comes online, next level really. You will have 4 attacks that you can do. One of them is going to be an offhand bonus attack, which was just recently nerfed in the latest patch to do not quite as much damage, but you will have this Dread Ambusher that does extra damage. So it's just crazy. For actions that you obtain, very similar to having a rogue at 2nd level, you're going to have, as a bonus action, the ability to hide. Again, this is huge for being able to get advantage on a target. And then you have Umbral Shadow, and what this does is it allows you to become invisible if you are obscured. But if you attack or cast another spell, take an action, or take damage, it does break. So it's very similar to the invisibility spell, but this is still really, really cool. And then spells, you get Disguise Self. Disguise Self in Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like, is really, really good. There are actually some weapons that are specific for some races, and you can enable the use of that weapon, or the extra stuff on that weapon, by using Disguise Self to trick the weapon into thinking that you're another race. So really, really good. It's also good for Speak with Dead. If you kill something, and you try to cast Speak with Dead on it, a lot of times the corpses will not talk to its killer, so you just cast Disguise Self and make the corpse think that you're somebody different. I know. No, so the Sneaky Ranger is... We're going to be using bows for a little bit until we get at least 2 hand crossbows. Once we get 2 hand crossbows, that is what we will be using from now until the end of the game. You feel like the familiar would be his therapy pet? That's not inaccurate. So it is kind of cool. Like, if you picked like that Beastmaster subspecialty, and then you do like the full-on Beastmaster subclass, you can have like an animal companion and a familiar at the same time. So that's kind of neat. But anyway, and you also, gosh, I forgot to mention this. This is huge. You get superior dark vision up to 80 feet. I think that's the largest amount in this game. So just crazy. Every single one of these features is huge and such a big advantage. And again, it just fits right in with what we're trying to do here. So replace spell, we're not going to be replacing any spells. But in level 4, we will be grabbing a feat. We won't be replacing spells again. We will not be doing an ability improvement right now, but what we will be doing is Sharpshooter. And this is where a huge amount of the damage from this build comes from. So first off, your ranged weapon attacks do not suffer penalties from being on low ground, which is great. You still get high ground benefits if you're on high ground, but you won't have penalties for being on low ground. That's a big deal because sometimes you get caught unawares and you can't really like set up yourself, like get yourself in a nice little sniper nest. So that'll help until you can get in that sniper nest. But the big deal is this ranged weapon attacks with weapons you are proficient with have a -5 penalty to their attack roll, but deal an additional 10 damage. Because I am going to be treating Astarion like a rogue still, we're going to be trying to have him attack every time with advantage, as much as we can. It's not as high a priority as it was when he was a rogue, but still, very, very high priority to have him attack with advantage. So this whole -5 penalty to their attack roll, plus the archery fighting style, which gives us a +2 to our attack rolls, this is basically non-existent, but it will do such a huge chunk of additional damage. And not only that, I will reiterate, on the first round of combat, we're going to have 2 regular attacks, 1 bonus attack, and then the Dread Ambusher extra attack that already has extra damage. So all of those are going to have that +10 damage, which is just sick. If you can connect on all of those, Astarion will be doing, just in bonus damage, 40 HP of damage. That's not including his dex modifiers, it's not including his weapon rolls. Flat out 40 damage. This is so good. But with that, that is Astarion. So Astarion does already have 1 hand crossbow. We're going to be on the intense lookout for another hand crossbow. Because again, once we do that, those will be our weapons until the end of the game. Well, not that'll be our weapon class until the end of the game. We'll definitely be looking for, like hand crossbows +1 and hand crossbows +2 and like a couple of unique hand crossbows that we'll toss on him. But Astarion's days of stabbing things in melee are basically over. All right. With that, let's switch back over to Nerdad and let's get the heck out of here. Oh, actually, let's not get out of here. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do a couple of other house cleaning things in camp. And this is... we're going to respec Sir Fuzzalump, I believe. So I don't think that we have done that yet. Oh.
It's up for discussion.
Let's go ahead and get Astarion out of the party real quick.
Yes. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. It's
Oh, Astarion.
Flies before me.
He is like the embodiment of the charlatan background, I swear. It's good stuff.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
All right, we're gonna
This soul
get Sir Fuzzalump to stick with us, and we're gonna take a look and see what specialization he is. So he is a transmutation wizard, which, okay, cool. That's exactly what we wanted him to be. The reason that we want our hireling to be a transmutation wizard is because of this experimental alchemy ability, which is that whenever you're creating alchemical solutions, if he passes a DC 15 medicine check, he'll make 2 instead of 1. This is awesome. This is so awesome. And so you'll notice here, I actually spec'd him so that he would have a high wisdom score just to help with those wisdom checks. And then on top of that, I'll be casting guidance on him so that he can actually hit those DC 15 medicine checks pretty easy. All right. So he's already respec, so we are good on that. Let me check out Gale and take a look at the special equipment that he's got. Oakfather's Embrace. That's going to be for our druid once we get a druid in the party, maybe. Oakfather's Embrace is kind of hit or miss because it is really good for defense against undead, but it is really bad for dealing with beasts. So again, it's hit or miss. This is a quarterstaff. We're not going to be dealing with that. I am going to pull out the Watcher's Guide and put this on Nerdad because the Watcher's Guide is not a... Like, it's not a +1 weapon, which kind of stinks. But if you miss an attack with this spear, then your next attack roll is going to have True Strike. And I just spent like 5 minutes talking about how horrible True Strike is. But this is like a free True Strike that just automatically applies and makes it really, really solid that you're going to hit your next attack. And I will want Nerdad with a spear because we are going to be specializing in pole arms a little bit later, like once he hits level 8. All right, and Spell Thief. Oh gosh, this is such a great bow. And once we get into Illithid powers, that's going to help us guarantee critical strikes. We will be using the Spell Thief a little bit more than what we have been. But the idea with the Spell Thief is every short rest, if you hit a critical strike with this bow, you recover a level 1 spell slot. This is pretty darn good. But we're going to hold off on that until we get more into our Illithid powers. And that is it. Anything else that we want to do? Yeah, that's it. So let me remove him from the party, because we're done with him, because he is already a transmutation
This
wizard.
vessel is at thy disposal. Thou art.
But Danton,
This
I believe we
vessel
need to
is
respect.
This soul.
I might not deal with it right now, but I do need to check and see what the situation is here. Yeah, so whenever we respect him originally, we accidentally did Circle of the Spores instead of a Restarian be covered in a crazy amount of blood. I know, it is so funny. It is so funny. Like, because I've been having him stab, and he does so much damage, and so it's so funny. After like a fight, he'll be in conversation, and he's just like soaked in blood, and he's got those fangs too, and he just looks horrible. Like, he looks so intimidating and terrifying. I know, I'm gonna miss that a little bit. But to be fair, like, he's an hoity-toity, you know, upper class C charlatan guy. It feels better without him having, you know, being drenched in blood all the time. Just cause I don't know. I feel like ranged attacks from the charlatan Astarian is a better setup. But anyway, yeah, we do need to respec him. I'll respec him next time we do a long rest. We're not gonna worry about it right now. I feel like I've hit my respec limit
This
for
vessel is at
the day.
thine. Thou art.
All right, so let's get
With haste,
Astarian back in the party.
I should speak up.
Yes.
All right. So Astarian's back in, and let's go ahead and head back into the Blighted Village. All right, so what we're going to do, we've already pretty much explored this whole area right here. This is not really a house. Well, actually, we need to explore this area and collect everything, but then we need to definitely take a look at this and then go into the cellar there. And there will be a lot to do in the cellar.
I'll take that.
So, let's go ahead and pick up everything we can. I know, Scratch is so sweet. Like, Scratch is the dog that we found before. And it's not just that Scratch is so sweet, but like, I love the grin that your character has whenever he's petting Scratch. It is just the sweetest freaking thing. Oh,
What's
B.
inside?
So here is the really horrible thing that makes us not wonderful people. Is that we did convince all of the goblins in here that we are on their side for right now. But because we're going to want XP a little bit later, we are absolutely going to wipe this town out. But for now, a little bit simpler just to go about pretending like we're bestest of friends. All right, and so here's actually one of the most challenging things in Baldur's Gate 3, and this is dealing with
Let's see what this does.
multi-leveled structures and trying to get up to the second floor in this multi-level structure. Because it looks like this is a surface right here, but if you'll notice, this is absolutely not a surface. And actually, if we zoom out, or sorry, if we get up a little bit higher, gosh, come on now. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so this is the surface that we were just looking at, and you can tell it's actually like a tower, so that's why we can't jump up there. But it's so hard to see when that is the issue, like when that is happening. All right, but oh man. I'm gonna murder them because they have XP. They have XP like hidden in their pockets. I need that XP. Dang it. And genocide is absolutely the paladin way if the creatures that you're genociding are evil. And goblins are evil. That's totally the paladin way. So we'll pick up all this stuff. Once we're done with this building, we'll go through and kind of read all the things that we have. But for right now, I don't think. Oh. He just fell through a hole. Nerdad, dang it. Chucklehead. So anyway, bird's nest over here. Should be some rotten eggs. Oh no. Full on little egg. Look at that. All right. Some rope over there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Nerdad has, let's see, is it his boots? No, it's his gloves. So once per turn after the wearer dashes or takes a similar action, they can jump without using a bonus action. This is really cool, but what it means is that I've got 2 jumps on Z, and so if I hit Z, it thinks I mean the dash I can't use, so it's incredibly frustrating. I think I'm going to move that off. Let's see, what other gloves? Oh, I actually don't have many gloves. What about in my glove stash? Nope. Alright, so maybe I'm stuck with these gloves. Oh, definitely want. That's a sleight of hand bonus on a star, and I'm definitely keeping those. Missile snaring. Yeah, I'll move these over. Okay. So. Yeah, this should be good. This should be good. Because, I mean, it is important for Gale to have a bunch of movement on him, so he is the wizard. Wizards need movement speed. All right, I think that means we are done with this whole area. So let's get on back with this house, not with this area. Sorry. I need to specify. What about these wooden crates over here? Did I already? I guess we'll go around. We'll have everybody follow as well. Time for the party to get back together. You have to gather your party before, venturing forth. Oh, and there's a dirt mound. Always good to check for dirt mounds. So whenever you fall off stuff in Final Fantasy XIV, at least you can heal really quickly. Here, I fell down and wasted like 4 of my temporary hit points, which really, really stinks. So I'm pretty disappointed in that. Got a little stuffed bear. Put that over there. And nothing else. And there's some stuff on this little rocky outcrop over here. I like this little, I don't know, Lion King-esque rocky ridge thing going on here. And I'll go ahead and grab this backpack too. What the heck? I might need some backpack. Loose boulder. Anything there? Nope. Oh, hey, there's a book on Paladin Oathbreakers. Uh-oh. Somebody's keeping an eye on me. All right. So let me save real quick. And we'll start reading some of the stuff that we just picked up. We'll sort by latest, and let's take a look at what we got here. All right. The Boy and the Beholder. I don't think there's really anything to this. We're going to open up all of these at very least and read them, because sometimes quests or other like inspiration XP pops up from reading some of these randomy things. All right, though clearly old, this handbill has managed to maintain its bold print over time. For one season only, see the play that sent Elturel's Everlight Theater into chaos. Oh. That's mean. Oh, that's mean for them to write that, because Elturel fell into the lower planes. And so sent the theater into chaos. That's not right. Alright, Sharp-Tongued Traveling Troupe presents The Folly and the Fall, a tragedy in 4 parts. Part 1 of Lost Netheril, that great wizarding empire in humanity's age of wonder. Part 2 of the great mage Karsus, his brief and terrible godhood, and the ruin he wrought. Isn't Karsus a League of Legends character? That sounds familiar. Let's see. Part 3 of Netheril's Fall, 1,000 Years of Shade and Shar Subversion. Part 4 of Netheril's Return and its shadow falling upon the land. Penned by the great bard Bragenfeg. Let's see, I'm all done. Old school book. A school's attendance log fills the ancient pages. As the pages and days progress, more and more people's names vanish from the entries. In urgent script, a note in the margin states that someone has to investigate what's become of the missing children and their families. Oh, that's sad. Oh, fun stuff. I like these A's for Azuth and the other gods. It's just fun little poems that cover a huge amount of the pantheon of Faerun. Oh. And here's Faerun Dr. Seuss. 1 foot 2 feet, well met, will meet. 2 tricks, 1 mink, 1 draught, 2 drinks. 1 bear, 3 bears, come join, drink here. 1 foot 2 feet, well met, will meet. This is really well done. Here, look. Yondala and Garl shared twixt them a farl, all covered in butter, and they liked each other. Along came a fly, who flew in with a cry to the buttery farl of Yondala and Garl. When Garl took a bite, Yondala shrieked with fright. "Don't eat that, oh my! That's a butterfly!" These are so good. Oh, so good. Here's another A is for Azuth. Got Lyra and Loviatar. Worshipful East. All about Cormyr. And Fables of Faerun. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Handwritten note, though. Here we go. Dear Flora, happy birthday. I know I finally finished a painting, and not just any painting. Does it look familiar? I'll give you a hint. It involved me getting down on one knee and making me the happiest woman alive. I'd best go. I hear silence in the classroom next door, and that is never a good sign. That is so true. Happy birthday, my love. Amanda. It's another Fables. Oh, it's about Drow. Here's a... Oop. What happened? Where'd that go? I want to do that! Oh, no! For real, where'd that go? Oh. No. I accidentally clicked and drag, and it's, like, gone now. It was a little handwritten child's drawing of, like, the teachers and stuff like that. All right, Paladin Oathbreakers. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 7, Valamor the Outcast, 52 years of age, human paladin, Oathbreaker. Given Valmore's reputation in Athkatla, the city she once called home, I met the former knight officer of the noble and exclusive Order of the Radiant Heart with no small amount of trepidation. She has lived as an outcast for some years now, and the rumors of her character quite preceded her. I spoke to one of the prelates of the Order, who described her as a dreadful, sadistic traitor, warning me that to find her would be suicide, that she would kill me before I could speak a single word. He was wrong. When I finally tracked her down, we spoke for hours, and I left with her blessing to share her story. I will not disclose our meeting place, as the Order punishes those who violate their vows with beheading. And then, so a little bit later, a little after meeting this Oathbreaker, of course I regret it. Breaking an oath isn't going back on your word. It's not an ethical quandary. It wrenches out a part of your soul. Before, I could call on angels to fight alongside me. I could banish fiends back to the hells and demons to the abyss. All with a thought and a prayer. I lost my voice. I speak, but this isn't my voice. It's an echo, a whisper. Tell them this. Most days I wish I'd died rather than breaking my oath. But I'd never take back what I did, what I refused to do. Service became dogma, obedience was virtue, to question was sin. Justice and duty are uncomfortable bedfellows, and eventually... Yeah. All right. And then here is some fantastic writing right here. This is... We already met Volo in an earlier episode, but Volo is a writer, and this is one of the books that Volo has written. A poorly drawn map of a city is captioned in flamboyant script. What follows is the most thorough and accurate account of the city and people of Baldur's Gate, the sordid gem of the Sword Coast. An editor's note in crimson ink follows. This volume is startlingly accurate, save for the nonsense about the Black Dragon Gate. It is not alive, no matter how many vagrant hags claim otherwise. Commission someone else to draw the map. E, and E here is Elminster. Elminster of Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves fame. These books by Volo are so good. They're so good. I think the book is trying to teach you something about oath breaking. Well, if you'll, so let me reopen that, because you think the book is trying to teach me something, but I'd never take back what I did. Cough, cough, cough. Oh, here's the drawing. Here's the drawing. I must have dragged it out and. Oh, dang it. That's what was going on. I right-clicked it to read it, and it's not a. It's not a readable. But yeah, look at that. It's adorable, like little happy kids in a gnome or dwarf or something. It's precious. I wonder if one of the developers at Larian got like their kid to actually do that. All right. So let's go down here. Let's take a look at this wooden desk here.
Something good here.
And ooh, those necklaces go for a good amount there. Grab this bottle here. And again, I am going to be grabbing just about everything that I possibly can, just so that I can sell it, because I won't be pickpocketing a huge amount in this run through. But let's talk to Tracker Sly, see what's going on.
Keep your paws to yourself, and I won't cut them off.
Sounds fair. Sounds fair. Actually, again, that's a good life lesson, everybody. Keep your paws to yourself, and that way you won't get them cut off. Da-da-da. Check out what's in this cupboard. Hey, some rotten fish. Hooray. Always. Oh. This is another issue that I have with these multi-level things. Like, it's so hard to get him through a door. rotten fruit. Or rotten tomato, I think. Maybe we can look for movie reviews in that, that item. Wooden barrel. Oh, what do we got here? Disorders of the nerves and mind. Okay, so cauldrons can be good to keep around. Just because they're good to, like, throw and cover up vents in the ground that are spitting out, like, trap clouds or whatever. But they're so heavy. They're so heavy. I guess 20 pounds. I don't have the space for 20 pounds, dang it all. So wooden hatch right there. There's an herb hanger. Nothing. Look at the wine rack here. Bottle. Oh my gosh, stop going back. Oh my gosh. Bottle's only like 2 inches in a different direction, but that means you have to go all the way around. Dagger root, good. Apothecary's ledger, another cauldron. Here, I'm gonna grab all the extra stuff around here so before I flip around to the other side. Herb hanger. Did I already get that? Yeah. I don't think there was anything there actually. Ooh, healing potion over there. Mugwort and a bottle. Alright, cool. Cool. I think that's it for this side. Did I get this herb hanger over here? I don't think there's anything in there. Bottle, pot lid. Come on, give me the bottle. There we go. Alright. All kinds of stuff over here. So this must have been like the apothecary shop or something like that. Lots of bottles, lots of herbs in here, so, oh, come on, give me the bottle. There we go. More cauldrons, more bottles. Oh, antidote, nice. Round flask. Empty potion bottle. Again, just grabbing everything that we can, because we need the gold. We need the gold. Aw, Nerdad's too short, he can't reach that. So sad. More bottles, baskets, buckets, barrels, baskets, cans. No, I didn't want to talk to Astarion. Astarion, sorry, I keep on doing that. By the end of the game, I will learn that his name is Astarion. It's going to be exciting. Oh, stack of books. Cool hat. Do you already have hats on? Yeah, darn it. I do like those hats. You know, I wish that hats would come back in style. I would love to just walk around like a major city and just wear a hat, you know? Like I feel like that went out of style before you know, many people had really the option of or the opportunity to wear those hats. But yeah, you look at like a picture of like New York from way back in the day, like just of a New York street, like everyone had a hat on. Because at the same time, like they had put like an entire like barrel of crude oil into their hair to keep it in place while the hat was on, though. All right. Is that it for this house? I feel like there's more. Oh, there's the keep it paws to yourself, girl. Where are we at? What's going on? Oh, we need to go. The main one we need to check out is up here. Okay. Well, I'm glad we spent the time to go through this, but we do need. Oh my gosh, I am so turned around. There we go. We need to go over this way. Actually, I think we already got a lot of. Oh no, I did. I had that backwards. mentally, but I did it correctly by instinct. We have already gone through this house here. We did legitimately need to go through the apothecary's house. All right. I was totally turned around, but I still ended up doing what I needed to do correctly. All right. So one trick to get through these hard to get through doors, instead of like clicking on the door, whenever you're trying to click to move into the house, hold down the left click button and you'll just move in the direction of your mouse. So there's a trick for you there. All right. So now what we need to do is we've got this hatch right here. We are down the hatch. All right. So, journal updated. Search the cellar. Let's take a look at what we got here. So, we found the cellar mentioned by the journal, and we have time to look around. Oh, there's exclamation marks on these. We told Asterion that he couldn't feed on innocence, but enemies were fair game. Enjoy that. All right. So, in here, there is so much stuff that we are going to get. Let's go ahead and sort everything by type. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a lot of stuff over to like Asterion. I'm going to just divvy up a lot of my stuff. Oh, and camp supplies. Those can all go to camp. That'll free up a good amount of weight space. Other than that, I'm just sending like duplicates over to Shadowheart because those duplicates are easy to notice later on that they need to come back to Nerdad so that he can sell them. Or I guess not necessarily back to Nerdad, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right. Oh, and these can go over there. Because again, so much stuff that we need to grab in here. So this will take a while. Buckle up, everybody. We're going to be doing this for a while. Look at all these bottles and stuff. So much crap to grab. And not only there's so much crap to grab just right off here, like, a bunch of random, like bottles and alchemy ingredients and stuff. Like, it's going to get much, much better. Like, there's some good stuff in this place. Did I pick that up? No. That's a shame. Earthen bottle and carafe of water. We're actually gonna keep that. Check out the wooden desk over here. So kind of interesting, like, we're going to be finishing up things in this town, in this village, in the Blighted Village. And from there, we are going to be heading north to Joaquin's Rest. That's an inn. That's cute.
Something over there.
Aha, little lover. We'll be heading over to Joaquin's Rest and handling a pretty crazy quest in that area, but not a whole lot. Let me grab that. Okay. So not a whole lot of combat going on in this place right here, and not a whole lot of combat that's going to be going on in Joaquin's Rest either. So it's going to be a really light on combat episode, I believe, for the day. What do we got? Glass retort. Heck yes. Separatory funnel. Oh, exactly what I wanted. Ink pot and quill. Oh, perfect. It's like Christmas in here. We will be checking that out here in a second. But first we're going to loot absolutely everything over here again. This is pretty cool. So, suspicious poison. Don't be fooled. This potion will leave you worse for wear. It's a poison that looks like a healing potion. And actually, I've had some playthroughs where I haven't read what the potion is that I'm drinking, and I've drunk that potion and killed off one of my characters. I guess not killed him off, but knocked him out. But I'm going to send this to camp just to keep it safe. Or more specifically, to keep me safe. Neither's log, we'll take that. So much good stuff. Oh, I did want to check and see if I have got an elixir of fire resistance, which it does not look like I do. Oh, I do. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, cool. So, the big deal with the elixir of fire resistance, actually, the big deal with any of these elixirs of resistance is, yeah, okay, they give you resistance to the element that they're talking about, but they also prevent you from suffering like the side effects of those as well. So like for example, a lightning resistance elixir will mean that, yeah, you get a resistance to lightning damage, but you also can no longer be shocked or electrocuted or jolted. For the poison resistance, you can no longer be poisoned. So that poisoned is a pretty potent status effect. Oh my gosh, my nose. Poisoned is a pretty potent status effect because it prevents you from acting as much as you possibly can on your turn. But the elixir of fire resistance, you gain resistance to fire damage, and you can no longer burn. Spoilers, this is going to be a big deal for whenever we move over to Joaquin's Rest. Like, typically Joaquin's Rest is a huge issue. Like, it's really, really rough. Lots of fire. You take an elixir of fire resistance, and it is not even a problem anymore. So, yeah. Really, really glad that that we've got that. Let's get this candle lit. I'm trying to get some light in here, dang it. Look at all the stuff. Actually, does Gale have light? He does not. Okay. That's fine, I guess.
Never a dull moment.
The bottle. Again, lots of camp supplies, lots of alchemy ingredients, lots and lots and lots of like empty bottles just for selling. So Burb does have a name. This is one of my favorite things in this game. The name of the raven is Quoth, which is an Edgar Allan Poe reference from the poem The Raven. Because in The Raven, the flagship line of the poem The Raven is, quoth the raven, nevermore. But they actually mean like the raven says nevermore, like the raven quotes nevermore, but the phrasing is quoth the raven. So here it is. Here is quote the raven. It's one of my favorite jokes. Like there aren't many jokes in this game. But when they are there, they're good. They're good.
These boots have seen everything.
I'm gonna see if I can get starting to reach the stuff up there, because Nerdad's having a little bit of trouble. He's a little vertically challenged. Poor guy. Yeah, there we go.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Let's get this candelabrum lit. There we go. That'll give us a little bit extra light.
Pockets.
Yes, run all the way around the table. Good job, Nerdad. Yeah, pathing for picking stuff up is so bizarre in this game. You know, I would say that I'm glad that the alchemist is no longer in this town, because I would feel bad about looting everything, but let's be honest, I wouldn't feel bad about this at all. So hey chat, while we're going through the systematic looting of this entire cellar, how's y'all's day going? How's everything going? And here, how about this? Here's a question for you. All the classes that are out there, what class are y'all gonna pick whenever y'all play through Baldur's Gate 3? Or if you're already playing through Baldur's Gate 3, what class are you playing through as, and what do you think of it? Let me know in chat. All right, I think that is it for the main room. So now we're gonna go down the secret passage here. Does that look good? Yeah, it looks good. It's kind of crazy. This whole town is a little odd because, like, under the blacksmith there was this whole secret cavern in his cellar, and then the alchemist also had like this whole secret cavern in his cellar. Little weird. Little weird. Yeah, Warlock's a cool class. A really cool class. You know, I give Wizards of the Coast credit. Like, Warlock is a really, really well-balanced class. Dark Knight. So yeah, Warlock is just like, I don't know, like the fact that it is... Oh, jeez. Whoops. Yeah, the fact that Warlock is... It's just so, like... It's so melee, and yet it's so, like, ranged, spelly and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And I should have been better prepared for this fight. I knew it was coming, but I was not paying as much attention as maybe I should have been. So let's see, we got not enough movement. Well, he can fly over there, but I don't want to leave the burb in between these three. He will very likely die. So let's just blind this guy right here. Yeah. What the heck? All right.
I won't give in.
But you know what? This is good that we're taking care of this right now, because there's going to be a situation in which it would have awakened these guys, and dealing with the situation and these guys is pretty rough. It is pretty rough. You know what? Let's get Astarion out of there, and let's have him start shooting the ever-loving crap out of things. And if any of you guys know how to permanently turn off dual wielding, I would love to be able to just permanently turn that off instead of like, hey, I equip a new set of gear or whatever and it's automatically on. I cannot tell you how many bonus actions I have wasted due to the dual wielding automatically getting turned on. Because when this is on, what happens is if you do like a ranged attack and you've got two hand crossbows and this is turned on, it'll automatically do your action and your bonus action shots all in the same go, and you might not want to do that. In fact, oftentimes you don't. All right, Astarion, let's see what we got. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and target this guy because he is blinded. Yeah. Astarion does still have a bonus action left. Does he have enough movement to get up there? He does. Ah, dang it. It's only 4 HP, so yeah. I was thinking that he'd be able to like take that guy out with that one bonus action, which is good. I should have moved him a little bit more towards out of line of sight. All right, I guess. Okay.
Victory is assured.
Gale. What are we gonna do here? These guys are all level 3. Is this guy level 3? Yeah. And I'm level 4, so this should be a pretty easy fight. I don't think I need to burn any spells with Gale. So let's just go ahead and we'll do Ray of Frost on this guy to prevent him from moving forward. No. I missed that. I missed and I didn't want to use up a portent die. So what we're gonna do with Gale is we will move him the heck out of there.
Shall be done.
Oh, we got coffins over there. I gotta be careful not to accidentally activate those, because I think that there are guys in those coffins as well. So that is definitely something to watch out for. Quoth is done. Astarion is done. Gale is done. Let's go ahead and get Nerdad right in the thick of it. Oh! And he found a dirt pile as he was jumping over it. Oh, well done. He's just jumping over like, oh, it's a dirt pile. That's great. That's great. All right. You know what? I actually think I'm going to move
Another step forward.
in the midst of all these guys here. Oh, except I kind of screwed that up. I made it so that he's not in the middle of anyone except for this one right here. Oh well. What are you gonna do?
Can't give up.
All right, I will put her up against this guy up here. And that way, they're all pinned down. They saved against the blind effect. All right, that's fine. This should be a pretty easy fight, but I am kind of bugged at the rolls so far. Ooh, sneaky! So I used up my reaction to reduce the damage of the missile strike, but that allowed the melee guy to be able to run past me because there was no longer an opportunity attack there. That's fine. That's fine. But this guy is blinded now, and you know what that means? That means Astarion's going to be shooting the crap out of this guy. Yeah. And let's see. Can he make it up there? He can. Yeah, so let's get him up there and have him use the bonus action on with that second. Oh. Yeah, see, not rolling super great today.
I speak, they burn.
And same deal. I'm gonna Ray of Frost the melee guy just so that he is pinned down a little bit more. Plus, I like the way Ray of Frost looks. It's a cool spell. In turn for Gale, and I should have had the bird get in before. Let's get the bird in next to the guy with the bow so that the bird can then get out without risking an opportunity attack. Man, not rolling very well. And it's not that I'm rolling badly, it's like I'm rolling just barely enough to not hit my targets. That's the most frustrating one. Wow. Critical miss. Yeah, not doing good with the rolls so far. Free attack. That was the Sentinel feat, by the way. So if something attacks a target that is not you and you're in melee range, you can get a free attack against them, which is awesome. It does burn your reaction, so if you think that something is going to try to move away from you, it's probably better to save your reaction for when they move away from you. But it's good. It's free damage is free damage, and that's always fun. So
The witching hour.
I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get Shocking Grasp done.
Forthwith.
I don't normally do this with Gale. Oh, am I out of range? I'm out of range. Darn it. Against the target from using reactions, which means opportunity attacks are nullified. I thought I had enough range, but check this out. Check this out. So I'm out of melee range, but I am close enough to him that I'm going to have disadvantage on my ranged attacks. That is like the worst possible situation to be in. So Astarion, I'm just going to have him stabby stab. Because that was enough.
Can't give up now. Breathe deep and move.
Okay, let's go ahead and get this dirt mound, and we will start looting everything around. So yeah, I said there wasn't going to be any combat. It turns out I lied. Sorry, I was mistaken. I am playing a paladin, I don't lie. Scroll of Lightning Bolt, Hold Person, and Blindness. All good scrolls. All good scrolls. Cool. Some special arrows.
Hiding here.
Some bows. Nothing too exciting. Ah, scroll of Bone Chill. Do I have Bone Chill on Gale?
You have my attention.
Ah, I do have Bone Chill on Gale. Dang it. It's always exciting getting those cantrip scrolls, but then it is the opposite of exciting when you don't get the one that you want.
Not as bad as it could have.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh.
Seems simple enough.
Oh, and this is another A for Azith. Oh, that's number 1, though, isn't it? Oh, no, it's number 2. Pick up this shovel. Alchemical ingredient here. And we do have these caskets over here. I can't recall if those caskets are going to activate.
Bet that will fit in my
Let's
pack.
take a look at this. I forgot I need to save. Dark Journal, what do we got? I pay no service to the gods, but by some blessing this village believes me and my apprentice to be simple healers. My tattoos are hidden, my red robes locked away, and my lab secured. So this alchemist was a red wizard of Thay, which, hey, also in the D&D movie. I have not heard the word Thay since we arrived, and only my apprentice knows me as Ilintoth. This place is not ideal for my research, but I can never return home. Not the way I escaped. I'd be put to death, with worse to follow. The work here is simple and allows me to continue my research at night, but progress is slow. Reanimation seems easy, but restoring life? That prize eludes me. The tome contains the magic I need, but it fights me at every step. As does my apprentice. At least my familiar has made it easy to secure bodies without raising suspicion. This will take time. Will the Zolkirs find me before I can bring her back? I cannot say, but if they do come for me, they'll have to face the guardians I've raised. Yeah. Alright, cool. Hey, look, it's a bucket! That's 1 gold right there, see? It all adds up, you guys. It all adds up. And actually, I'm gonna grab this pickaxe too. All right, now let's see if these caskets are. Nope. Oh, and a scroll of Summit Quasit. Cool. Candle. Moldering casket. Nothing too exciting in this stuff right here. Another alchemical ingredient, though. And check it out. So there's some incense. Anything else? No. All right. So it is now time to go ahead and move along. Oh, and there's some incense down there I missed. So what I'm going to do is I am going to park my companions up there on that cliff, out of the way, as if that isn't ominous enough. And we're going to go this way. We're going to collect all the stuff in here. Oh, water. Water's always good to get a hold of. Because again, water can not only knock stuff, like wipe out effects that are on the ground, but you can also double water with lightning spells. So what you do is you get your enemies wet somehow, and then cast a heavy-duty lightning spell on them, and they will be vulnerable to lightning because they're standing in water. You can also, let's see, if things are wet and you do an ice spell, it also like freezes them in place, I believe. Lots of ways to manipulate the elemental ground effects in this game, and water is the key to a lot of them. Saving, and we look at the ornate mirror. Repeat the name from the book you read, Ilintoth. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell it my name.
I do not know this name. If you are known to my master, step forward
and declare yourself an ally.
So I just said that paladins don't lie, but hey, guess what I'm gonna do here? Yes, an ally. I'm an ally of your master. So I like the exclamation mark. It almost makes it feel like, yeah, yes, I'm an ally. Yep.
Only a true ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
Oh, dang. Uh-oh. Failed that history check. I was hoping this would actually go a little bit smoother because I've got the, you know, that intelligence helmet on. But Zastam, is that the red Thayan wizard guy from the D&D movie? I have D&D movie on my brain. We watched it again a couple nights ago, and it's just the best. It's just the best. Let's do Zastam as a foul, wretched creature.
You are no Zolkir, but are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment?
This feels like Snape interrogating Harry Potter on the first day of potions class. I honestly don't remember any of this conversation. To clean a wound.
Acceptable. Finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be?
I'd see me with the sorcerer's stone in my pocket. I'd see the ones I love. Oh.
A poor choice.
Okay, that was not it. That was not the correct choice. All right, here we go. We gotta move. Move. Because, yeah, this thing right here. This thing is going to start burning the crud out of absolutely everything around. Oh, and it's gonna wake stuff up. Oh no. Okay. All right, so this thing, you answer incorrectly, and what it does is it sends the sphere out, and the sphere has a certain limited amount of fuel. It will do a circuit around this whole area and burn the crap out of absolutely everything everything in its path. But I think it takes 10 turns to do that. So that means that the sphere has 0 fuel the next time you answer incorrectly. So it'll just pop out, do a circuit, and then it's done. But this will give us an option of talking to the mirror again. All right, Anastarian is up. So what we're gonna do? Ooh, the bird is up too, though. All right, what do we have up? We have got an Agile Guardian right here. Oh, this guy was standing in the light. I couldn't even see him. Let's see. I think I'm going to take care of the ranged attackers first. That way I can keep my entire team up here on this little cliff, and prevent them from having to deal with all this fire that's up here. Oh my gosh, rolling so bad. All right, it's fine. And okay, another tip here. If you are in combat and you're looking for things that, like, you've got your bird, you want to get your bird in, you want to get your bird out, but you don't want to risk the bird, having an opportunity attack against it as it gets out, look for things that have ranged weapons equipped, because ranged weapons cannot do opportunity attacks. So you can get in, do your attack, get out, no opportunity attack, your bird's safe. But let's see, Gale. Oh, actually, Bone Chill. Yeah, okay. I gotta remember this. I need to use Bone Chill against undead because if you attack an undead target and it hits, they will have disadvantage on their attack rolls. So that is very, very, very important. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, Bone Chill. Heck yeah. Now, Astarion. Astarion really doesn't have a bonus action that he can use, so we are going to go ahead and hide so that he can get advantage. And then... that guy's dead. And... that guy's bone chilled. I'm not super concerned about him. Jeez, how far down does he have to go? Okay, yeah, just right there.
Get hurt.
Oh, nice, nice. I was hoping that would hit. Cool, so there's only one left, and that one is going to have disadvantage on its attack rolls. So he's done, Bird's
Where do I
done.
go from here?
Again, I don't want to get too close to that fire, so let's go ahead and jump down. What? I didn't say it was going to do any damage. Come on, you lying. You lying gang. Cool.
On my way.
So, don't run through the fire, dude. What are you doing? Nerdad, my guy. Ridiculous. Okay, how we doing? Hey, cool. And it is now out of fuel. So now all we have to do is wait for
Been a long day.
this fire to
I'll need to rest soon.
cool down to ash.
Oh,
How we doing on
magic touch.
spell slots? Doing pretty good.
Hello. No one stopped me yet.
And I haven't really used any of my short rest stuff either, so we are pretty good to keep on going without a short rest. So I'm kind of thinking
No one back
that
then will ever believe this.
eventually I want to do a tactician run through, and I think for my tactician run through, I'm going to build a short rest based party. So this would be fighter, very short rest based. This would be rogue, which is like not rest based at all. Like seriously, thief rogues in particular don't use any resources except for HP, so they really don't need to take rest. They just need to be healed and, you know, build up to full, which can be handled in all kinds of different ways. So yeah, fighter, rogue, monk is another short race based party or party member, and then outside of monk, trying to think, there's another one that I'm thinking of. I can't think of it right now though. Warlock. Because yeah, Warlock gets their spell slots back on short rest. The other thing that might be good for a short rest party is a lore bard has an ability that is the equivalent of a short rest. So that way, instead of just having 2 short rests, you can actually have 3, which is pretty cool. All right, let's try this mirror again. Let's try this mirror again. I didn't save before, so I'm gonna save now.
You are not my master.
Yeah.
His ally, step forward and declare it.
Yes, I'm an ally of your master's.
True ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
So, I failed the history check again. Foul, wretched creature.
No Zolkir. But are you wise?
Oh, and that's interesting.
Tell me,
Oh, I'll keep that thought
why
here in a second.
might one use balsam ointment?
That was to clean a wound, I believe. So the alchemist was in. It looks like he was a Thayan exile, and he was worried about the Zulkirs like coming and finding him, and so Zastam, like the Zulkirs are super into Zastam. So if you had answered, "Oh, Zastam is the coolest guy," they would have been suspicion that that you were a Zolkir, it would not have let you through. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, to clean a wound, balsam ointment.
Acceptable. Finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be?
Okay, not the ones I love. And I probably shouldn't have answered that one. That one seems pretty obvious that that was not going to be the right one. I am curious about this one. I think I'm going to do... I'd look for whatever spell will rid me of this worm in my head.
You seek to survive. You seek
Okay, that sounds good, actually.
be welcome.
Okay, cool. Cool. And got a Astarion with some inspiration. All right.
Well-guarded laboratory. What were they hiding down here?
Lots of good alchemical ingredients is what they were hiding down here. So we'll go back to chatting here. So what class would you pick? We had Warlock. Druid was the next one from Funnystein. And shout out to Funnystein. Good to have you on the chat again. I'm just gonna go and light all these candles. Yeah, Druid's pretty cool. Like Druid's never been like one of my favorite classes in tabletop D&D. Like, and it should be. It should be. Just because like, I really like clerics and druids because they have such an awesome set of spells that they can just use at any time that they want to. And yeah, I mean just go crazy. It's awesome. It's awesome. I feel like it should be like a really, really good set of classes that I would really want to you know, dedicate myself to. Plus, you know, the moon druids are really, really good at doing any kind of combat or scouting or whatever, just because they can turn into whatever it is that they want. I mean, just, gosh, druids are just so versatile, but I don't know, just not my thing. Not my thing. See, clerics are really cool. Like, clerics, I think, are a little bit better than druids at buffing the party. I mean, not much better, but a little bit better. Like, Circle of the Land druids might be a little bit better, because those are, like, more like the castery, buffy things, but druids in general are a little bit more aggressive and more damagey than clerics are. Clerics are very, very heavily into buffs. Unless you pick a cleric order that's a little bit more damage focused, but in general, blank slate, all clerics are really good at buffing their parties. Like more so than druids, definitely. Yeah. Bottle. It's like that candle, yeah. But yeah, so I don't get why I don't like druids. I don't get it. And as far as like clerics versus like a wizard, I really like effect spells. As you guys know, I love controlling the battlefield, but I prefer controlling the battlefield through being horrific to the people that I'm facing against, rather than making my team like super strong. If you play Magic the Gathering, I'm way more of a blue player than I am of like a green player. Cauldron, like I would like to have a cauldron, but
Let's have a look.
it's just too much weight, and there's so much stuff in here to grab. So I'm not gonna grab it. Still Gaming said that they want to be a Dark Knight, which if you've seen previous episodes where Still Gaming has made their comments about Dark Knight. What Still Gaming means is a barbarian, because a Dark Knight, they're referencing Final Fantasy XIV again. I'm pretty sure. and Dark Knights in Final Fantasy XIV are like all rage based and darkness based, and hey, guess what? Guess what's all rage based in D&D? Yeah. Did I get this chest already? It's getting a little crowded up on this platform. Darkness, Featherfall, False Life. Oh, Scroll of Fear. I don't think I have that one. Cool. That's great. That's great. Rest of it was but that one's pretty good.
I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight.
Huh. Wonder if I can get a...
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Let's get Gale with some guidance.
Yes?
Have him look at the bear.
Been pretty young when he was killed, this cave bear. Rather sad, really.
Aw, poor Gale. I like Gale. He's a
Where can I go?
sweetheart.
Always room for more.
Is that the right term to use for him? Probably not. Probably not. Let's go ahead and save here. Hey, a quill. Awesome. I mean, not super awesome. Another quill. Oh, hey, there's a candelabrum. Let's get that lit. Get some light in here, dang it. Lots of stuff in there. Whole wooden desk over here. Come on, there we go. So I do like the little chest icon that shows up over these little containery items. So if it's yellow, you haven't touched it yet. If it's the same shape but it's white, that means that you've touched it but you haven't gotten the stuff inside of it. And if it's white and the chest is open, that means it's totally empty and you're done with that particular thing. Oh, on Death and Resurrection, because that alchemist was trying to resurrect something. Gilded chest. Bracers of Defense. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. So I think if I give Gale these Bracers of Defense... Let's see, what has he got right now? Oh yeah, he's got the dash and jump gloves. Does not increase his AC. Oh, because, alright. It's a +2 bonus to your AC as long as you are not wearing armor, check, or holding a shield, not check. So that's why that's not. So these Bracers of Defense are basically meant to be the equivalent of holding a shield for those things that can't hold a shield, but he absolutely can. No, I was going to say I could give him to Astarion, but Astarion does have light armor on. So that's out. So those Bracers of Defense, those would be really good on a Barbarian, probably. Barbarians get some pretty good bonuses to AC for not wearing armor as well. So, and Barbarians are also going to... my Barbarians, the way I do them, they're going to be holding some massive, big, huge, meaty, two-handed weapons, so they will not be using a shield. So that'd probably work out pretty good. All right, there is one more room that we need to look at. Yeah. And where did that room go? Yeah, here we go. Whoop.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
Okay, so this is another good example of some finger training that you gotta get used to. When you're moving around and you hear that dice roll, you right-click immediately. Because that means that somebody is trying to find a trap. Or it could be like a dirt pile or something. Like somebody noticed or didn't notice something. And if they did not notice something, that means that they need to stop and find a way to notice that. In this case, there was a trap. So what we're going to do is we're going to ungroup. Just because I don't want people accidentally walking over the trap. Oh, DC 10, this will be easy peasy. Easy peasy. And let's go ahead.
Be careful. There are traps.
Another trap. Let's lockpick this. Actually, I should have the key to this. No, I don't have a key to that. Okay.
Should be easy.
That key is around here somewhere. Oh, I wonder why I don't have that key. Alright, trap underneath the... Okay. So there was a trap in there somewhere. Let's get Shadowheart with some guidance.
On I go.
Get her in there. Whoa. Okay. Those are my two good perception people, so I'm a little concerned.
I'm sure. With haste.
Come on.
My. Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Okay. There's another gargoyle statue on the side, so that's got to be the other trap that I'm missing here. So same deal. Let's get Nerdad with guidance and get him in there. So let's see if we can get him to... Not you.
No time to waste.
Shadowheart, get out.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay. I don't know if this trap is going to be an issue, like the one that I did not detect, or if we're going to be fine with just disarming this one. I'm hoping, because whenever you detect traps, it could be that you're detecting like the trigger or the actual trap or both. And so you can disarm the trigger or you can disarm the actual trap. And I think these gargoyles are just the actual trap. And this right here is the trigger. So all right. Let's go ahead and disarm this. All right. So this book
I wonder what the next move is.
is a very, very like necromancy-ish sort of thing. So that is going to be the department of Gale. I'm going to have him go in and we're going to take a look with Gale.
What have we
Hiccup.
here?
You don't have to run around the entire thing. See if there's anything in these spider silk cocoons. Kind of weird that there are a whole bunch of spider silk cocoons in here. Does that worry anybody else, or is it just me? Okay, cool. All right. Here we go. We're gonna take a look at this tome.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole. Only an oval recess in the cover's mouth.
So creepy. I think it is like cosmic law.
You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You've seen similar books in wizards' libraries. A tome on Thayan magic. A rare and expensive find. But people have gone mad reading less dangerous texts.
Bring it.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
Wonder why Astarion wants this book. That's weird. Anyway, what I was saying, I think it's cosmic law that every single tome of necromancy and every single narrative that has ever been written or created or whatever has to be made out of a human face. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I give the tome to Astarion and see what happens? I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to keep this on Gale because we're going to have to go through like some checks here with Arcana, I believe. So let's just move forward. Tell me if I'm dumb in the comments, and if I should have given it to Astarion. And this was the Dark Amethyst that we picked up in the Spider Matriarch lair as well. Those tendrils are great. Yeah, let's just open the book. Oh, Astarion disapproves. Oh.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly, you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead.
I feel the same way about the Brothers Karamazov.
Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
That looks good. Like the words on there, like the glowing text and the diagram, that looks really good. Oh, hey, look at that, yeah. You're a wizard. You turn to the next page, but wary of any arcane tricks. Oh, so typically the saving throw would be a wisdom saving throw, but you can do this with intelligence. Awesome. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, yes, I do want that. Hang on. Oh, that's perfect. Makes the target more resistant to spell effects and conditions. Receives a 1d4 bonus to saving throws. What about Bless? 1d4, so same thing. Yeah. Heck yeah, we'll take it. DC 5. We got this. All over it.
The symbols move aggressively, probing your
As
mental
symbols are wont to
defenses.
do, yeah.
But you hold strong. For now.
Oh, so this is a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, maybe I should have given this to Shadowheart or something. Does Bless stack with resistance? Regardless, she is concentrating on resistance, so the Bless would have to come from... Let's try it. Natural 17, cool. Cool.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices.
You can do it, Gale. You can do it. I trust in you. I believe in you.
Shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
You know what? Astarion would have been, because he's got a 14 wisdom, and I think he's proficient in wisdom saving throws, too, as a ranger. So it would have been good to give it to Astarion. Dang it. Alright, what do we got here? Saving throw... Oh, force the book... Oh, no. We're turning another page, dang it. Here we go. A DC 20, jeez. Oh, this needs to be a really good roll. Which it is. Yeah. That was a little closer than what I wanted it to be.
The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with
Oh, we got a little
power.
Dutch angle thing going on where the camera shot is twisting.
About you, only to sink as into graves as you try to grab hold. Necromantic spells, tantalizingly powerful, slip away forever. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you should never have known.
Hey, did get some inspiration from that. Gale and Sir Fuzzle. Cool, got 2 sets of inspiration from that. That's great. So it is worth noting, inspiration, it gives you a little bit of XP whenever you unlock these instances of inspiration, but you can only have, and also the inspiration, what it allows you to do is re-roll a check that you failed on, like in dialogue. But you can only have 4 re-rolls in the chamber to actually use. So Gale right now has 6 inspiration, but he can only have 4 rerolls. So I need to actually use Gale a little bit more in conversation so that he has a reason to use those inspirations, so I'm not like wasting inspiration rolls. So like Nerdad only has 3, Shadowheart has 2, Astarion has 1, Gale has freaking 6. Yeah. All right, cool. And with that, I think that we are done. Anything more that we can do with this?
You've seen much of the book, but its most powerful secrets are guarded by indecipherable glyphs. Without a key, they may be locked away forever.
It's cool too. Like the glowing words before. No, they're now black, but it's the exact same text. It looks good. It looks good. I like this tome. That's good stuff.
I have a lot on my mind.
All right.
Well,
but yeah, of course, Gale is going to get inspiration from reading a book because, I mean, it's Gale. It's Gale. All right. With that, let's go ahead and jump back into the. We're now done with the cellar. Fact. So we now have 2 options for search the cellar for completing it. So we've got books like these contain manifold secrets, though they've been known to drive people mad. And we've got 2 options. We can destroy it, or we can unlock the final page. I managed to read most of the book, absorbing some of its necromantic power, but it snapped shut before we could finish it. Must be a way to reach the end. Let's take a look and see. Did that actually add anything to Gale? It's got forbidden knowledge. From partially deciphering the necromancy of Thay, you gain a +1 bonus to wisdom saving throws and ability checks. So with that, I kind of wish that I had done that on either Astarion or Shadowheart, so that they would have this forbidden knowledge as well. I like making my strong stuff even stronger, because Gale's got an 8 on his wisdom, so that means that his saving throws are garbage. Just garbage. But at the same time, it's not, you do want your defenses kind of spread out a little bit. So it is always a risk putting your wisdom like really low, and, you know. Yeah, he's proficient anyway. All right. I feel a little bit better. It'll be good just for the saving throws. But yeah, even still, missing out on those, on the +1 bonus to wisdom ability checks, that, like, wisdom ability checks, that's perception. That's perception. I want that as high as possible. Which, whatever. I guess the saving throws are more important. Ugh. Alright, cool. So, with that, we are done with this section of the Blighted Village, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head up north. We'll pick up a waypoint or 2, and then head towards Joaquin's Rest. And, oh, hey, look at all these trunks and stuff. Make sure that there's nothing... Yeah, some stuff we can sell. Yeah. Actually, did I go behind the blacksmith house? I don't remember if I did or not. Oh my gosh. Poor Nerdad can't reach up that stuff. Oh, yep. There is some stuff that we need to grab. Oh, that's already grabbed. That's already grabbed. Bunch of stuff over here, though.
The blacksmith's blueprints. Weapons from the looks of it.
Cool.
Not too refined here. Just quick ideas sketched out.
No traps, please.
You know, there's a bunch of stuff that I need to read. So let's take a quick look at... Oh my gosh, I did it again. But, now I know that that's the first option on there, and that's what I did accidentally. I know, But I dropped the item and I need to look on the ground. Faded instructions and faded blueprints. Good looking blueprints. Good looking blueprints. An excerpt from the ongoing Metatext Rebound by Ausefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denir for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the Metatext, her god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. Cool, cool. Let's see here. Research notes. Yeah, this is some of the stuff we want to look at. Raised dead. Failed. Gone too long. Body decomposed. Reanimation. Failed. Came back as a ghoul. Had to kill again. Speak with dead. Failed. Answers unhelpful. Clone. Failed. Needs living tissue. Reanimation plus clone. Failed. Had to kill both ghouls. Oh, jeez. Resurrection. Failed. Why? Magical curse? True resurrection. I have reached the limit of my skills and resources. The book offers help. Dare I accept? This guy was like really dedicated to the whole resurrection thing. I wonder if there's more to the story behind that. Moonhaven logbook. The book is filled with pages and pages of observation, tracking travelers and people in the village. You turn to the final pages. See, Oliver Singe, merchant, arrives in Moonhaven, departs next day. Kalashite. Let's see. Stranger, name unknown, passes through, not Thayan. Rashimi. 3 men in black armor pass through, not Thayan. Hackett, journeyman, passes through, not Thayan. Raid, black armored soldiers, some damage, not Thayan, but dangerous. The book's key gem has gone missing. Familiar, ordered to watch my apprentice. This is the apprentice that we saw in the spider tunnels, actually. We read some of his opinions of his master as well, so like they did not have a very good relationship. Let's see, Singe passes through, doesn't stop. Oh, this was this guy up here. Familiar reports apprentice disappeared near well. We'll observe. Let's see, raid, same soldiers as before. Townfolk taken. Smoke on horizon. Raid. With all the monsters in D&D, these people must like live in constant fear of raids. But I mean, then again, you can hire people to protect you that can cast spells and stuff. So I mean, it evens out, I suppose. Where are we at? Check back here, see if there's anything worthwhile. Is that somewhere we can jump to? No, it is not. We can't jump down there though. But that's places we've already explored. Barrel. Oh, pitchfork. Let's grab that pitchfork. Another pitchfork. So now I have torches and pitchforks. Go up there, grab this wooden crate. Lots of stuff to grab up here. And if Astarion were a rogue, he would actually have a pretty good upgrade right here, but even still, this will be pretty good. We'll save real quick. Grab now.
A feast fit for an ogre.
Look at that dagger. That looks good.
Notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Yeah. So that is a +2. +2. Yeah, let's do investigation. We'll see how it goes. Oof. That's embarrassing.
The dagger is tightly embedded in the carcass. You notice nothing unusual.
Let's pull it out. Let's just yank it. That's better. what that investigation check would have provided if it had succeeded.
You yank the dagger free, leaving a narrow slit behind.
Hey guys, do you like my red highlights in my hair? That's pretty cool, huh? See, so now Nerdad is all up in everybody's grill. I guess he always has been, but he's covered in blood. All right, so dagger +1. We are gonna go ahead and pass that over to Astarion because it is always nice to have these +1 weapons. Let me see what he's got. Steel Forged Sword, that's a +1. He's already got +1 stuff equipped. We don't need this dagger +1. What a waste. Let's see. Nothing going on too much here. There's a wooden hatch. Did I go on that wooden? I did go on that wooden hatch. Yeah. There was just some, like, weird random stuff in there. So actually, before we get into Joaquin's Rest, we're going to have to deal with a pretty tough fight coming up here. I'm kind of wondering how I want to deal with this, or if I actually want to do just the Goblin Camp. I might want to do that instead. I think Goblin Camp might be the way to go here. I'm doing pretty good on spells. Yeah, I'm doing really good on spells.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Things have stayed
I think
interesting.
we'll stick with this.
Moving ahead.
Jeez. That kind of made me jump a little bit. Holy crud.
My, what manner of place is this?
Totally forgot about this.
A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say. Your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion?
The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
This guy's voice is like dark honey. It is just so smooth, but like just a little edge of roughness and deep. Oh, it's good stuff. Am I talking to the mouse or the cat? Or pleasure, I'm Nerdad. Pretty words. If you want to threaten me, don't disguise it. And walk away while you still have legs to walk with. Yeah, am I talking to the mouse or the cat?
Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
This place looks so cool.
Middle of somewhere.
And creepy organ music comes right in. If this whole scene wasn't creepy enough. Can you be more specific than somewhere?
The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that? I am getting tired of your games. Are these theatrics leading somewhere? Yeah, I'm getting tired of your games.
Fair enough. What's
His
better
face.
than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Let's see. Draw your weapon. What makes you think I need saving? Why would you help me? I don't care what you are. I care what you want. This seems like the paladin-y direction to go. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Easy, easy.
Ah.
I'm here to help, not harm. Consider your predicament. One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight.
My journal has like 4.
I could fix it all like that.
I'll do anything to get rid of the tadpole. I need to think this over. You're mad if you think I'll make a deal with the devil. Then fix it or die by my hand. I serve an oath, not a devil. My honor is not for sale. Heck yeah, that's the palate. Yeah.
Everything is for sale.
Oh, jeez.
And you do well to sell while your stock has value. In desperate times, the price of honor plummets.
That's a good line.
Perhaps you haven't yet realized how desperate these times are. You will.
Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door.
This guy is written so well.
Such a tease.
Yeah, this guy is written so incredibly well. And just the way it's delivered is just so ominous and yeah. And if I do want to take this deal, how would I find you? I'll have the last laugh in the end. Take me back. After that, I never want to see you again. And I'll rip out your mocking tongue. Yeah, let's do this. Take me back. After that, I never want to see you again.
By all means, bite the hand that feeds you.
Hey, it's a Nine Inch Nails song.
While you still have teeth. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
And the way like the light was shining slightly through his wings was also really, really, really cool. Yeah, that looked really cool. And also like the line about how, yeah, shop around, find, like, explore your solutions in your journal. But when they all don't work, come back to me. Like, it's cool. It's cool. It's really, really well done. What was that? Dirt mound? Yeah. So I knew it was going to be on this side, because it was Astarion that failed the checks, and he was on the right side. Let's see. Silver ingot, thieves' tools, 25 gold. Let's see if there's anything over here that's worth looking at. Oh, what's that? What were they walking through? That's weird. All right. Still don't know if I'm totally ready for this fight coming up here, but did just, you know, respec Astarion this new thing, and I'm feeling pretty confident with it.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna have to go through these one by one. So Spell Thief, no. Watcher's Guide, no. I have that equipped right now. Definitely not that one. Poisoner's Robe. He's wearing that right now, but this isn't my favorite equipment. I might do that one. Color Spray, no. Color Spray is a great spell, so I'll keep that. Oh, this one might be pretty good. It is only 36 gold. No, definitely not the Bracers of Defense. This one's a really good candidate. I just don't like these gloves. I can't. I want to make them work. I really do, but they just don't work. They just don't work. Gloves of Missile Snaring is another one that might be a good one. No, I definitely want this pendant. Chimera's Locket's probably what I'll do. Because Dancing Lights, I do not need Dancing Lights at all, and that's the only thing that Chimera's Locket does. That's a great set of gloves. This is actually a pretty good set of boots if you're focusing on lightning charges, because it's a pretty easy. I say it's really easy to gain these lightning charges because you gain them whenever you dash. And real quick, lightning charges, they give you a +1 to your attack rolls, and then whenever you have. And they also deal an additional bit of lightning damage, which people can be vulnerable to if they're wet. But once you gain 5 charges, the next time that you deal damage, it does 1d8 lightning damage. It's just straight up a bonus to your accuracy and a small bonus to your damage. So lightning charges are pretty cool, and you can specialize in lightning charges just by having all the right gear. And I would say that this is a pretty easy way to get a hold of those lightning charges, but again, it is dashing. And I have that same problem with where those gloves go. With this right here, like, it's awesome to be able to jump without using a bonus action. It really is, but I'm not really dashing as much as I think I am. The only person that would be dashing is Astarion the Rogue, but even then I don't dash too often with him. All right. Definitely not getting rid of that one. The Whispering Promise is a really good ring. Haste Helm is awesome. Gloves of Power are awesome. The Moondrop Pennant... That's a potential, but no, I think I'm going to get rid of this Dancing Lights. Here we go.
Thank you.
Heartburn? He's got GERD.
It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first.
Uh-oh.
Somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite...
Gale, what's happening? Are you all right? Is there anything I do to help you? Please tell me we didn't just waste a piece of magical equipment. Gale, what's happening?
The magic isn't having the effect it should have.
I like the, spider
Not like
lines.
the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle. The fire remains
shizzle.
undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Wonder what he was about to say there.
Don't touch me.
Story, it's cranky. All right. So a couple of weird things going on here. We've got this group of hyenas up here, and they need to be taken out super, super quick. And if you follow the blood up here, there is a group of gnolls up here. Ugh. And I will give a content warning. This part right here is pretty graphic and pretty gory. Like lots of blood, lots of viscera. It's a little unpleasant. So, content warning. If you need to leave and not see like horrific gore, that's totally fine. Come back in like 10 minutes and we'll be well past it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Astarion do some sneaking.
On the hunt.
Actually, we're gonna have everybody do some sneaking.
Let's keep to the shadows. Looking ahead, just on a view.
Oh, whoops.
None shall see me.
No honor among sneaks.
Whenever Gale goes into sneak mode, he always has like some snarky comment to make about like, this is not me. This is not my deal, guys. Stop making me stealth. Gosh. All right.
Stepping softly.
So, I actually think I want to have Astarion go over this way. And I'm going to have...
This really isn't my forte.
I'm going to have Gale climb up on this. Oh, jeez. Okay, cool. It doesn't... Thought that, that line of sight was going to get a little bit too close. Okay.
Ready.
Then Shadowheart's going to get into...
Bit of caution never hurt.
Into position, and Nerdad is going to actually be the one that initiates, yes, conversation with this group.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal parts bliss and agony. She'd eaten, feasted, and yet, looking into her eyes, you can see it wasn't enough. She's still hungry.
So gross. So gross.
Come, see, my flesh becomes new flesh.
So, gnolls are actually born from hyenas
You hear what
in like...
comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body
So
starts
rough.
to
This is
twist
so
and
rough.
undulate. The realization hits you. That stench wasn't the dead. You can sense that the hyena's very flesh is desecrated. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids, can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
It's all right. Yeah, so what's happening right now is the gnoll is spawning from the hyena, like, in pure alien style. Like, just chest bursting right out. So we kind of have to deal with this, or else we're going to have some issues on our hands. Yeah, let's try blessing the hyena here. So you can comfort the hyena, but you end up with a gnoll in your face. Is there any way to stop this? Yeah, let's just bless the hyena trying to purge her body of evil. You can just kill this hyena right off. But we'll see what this does. Oof. Yeah, let's use inspiration here. Yeah. That's better. And got some approval from Gale. That's cool.
Slowly, her broken body starts to calm, to stop its wild contortions. She lies still.
Flesh inside is quiet. Flesh inside is dead. Murderer!
So you think the hyena
As the
would,
light
like...
fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
This part's rough. This part's rough. All right. So. This hyena is going to be...
That hyena's going for help.
So this hyena is, like it said, is going for help. So what we got to do is we got to take care of this hyena like as soon as possible. And anytime we want to take care of stuff as soon as possible, what that means is Astarion. We actually should be able to get pretty darn close to this thing too. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, path is interrupted. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. And done. And done. So now his Astarion is in the fight, and Gale and Shadowheart are not. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and have Gale join in here. Yeah. Oh, and that did not kill the hyena. Oh, dang, that was actually a pretty low roll for... like a relatively low roll for Firebolt, so we're a little bit of a problem here.
Step to it.
If we don't kill these things quick enough, they will spawn gnolls that we have to take care of.
The mission has to come first. Onward.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have Shadowheart jump in here. And she should take care of this. Yeah. That still didn't kill the hyena, what the crud! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have her move into more of a position over here. And we'll enter.
Comes easy these days.
Man, oh man.
One can't always be a gentleman.
So what I'm wondering is, why doesn't Astarion have his special like first round attack? And I wonder if it's because technically the first round was Nerdad trying to cleanse that hyena. But hey, regardless, he still has an extra attack on his dagger, so that'll take care of that one. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's move up a little bit.
Time to push my luck again.
And I think what we need to do is we need to focus on one hyena after another, instead of like spreading things, because I don't want to have two popping out. I just want one if it comes down to it. Oh, come on. You couldn't have done one extra damage, bud. I'm going to move him just in case a gnoll does pop out.
For the ages.
Gale's got nothing. Ooh, I just saw a bird, though. Oh, bird can't move that far. Oh, no. Oh, man. Bird could have solved this problem, but bird's too far away. Oh, man. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, these guys aren't super tough, but it is nice not having to deal with them. All good.
Cut and run.
Oh, so this is interesting. It wasn't considered the first round of combat until the gnolls actually spawned. All right, fine. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on this one here. And actually, I am not gonna use a bonus action. I'm gonna go ahead and do the hunter's mark on that just to get a little extra damage off of this. No, I did not want to do that. Oh, crud. I gotta risk the attack of opportunity. And actually, That was kind of cool because that provoked the sentinel attack from Nerdad. Maybe that's a good way of using that. I should remember that and use that in my tabletop games. It's only got 3 HP left. Yeah, let's switch over to... Yeah, let's switch over to doing this guy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Astarion can just do incredible amounts of damage with his sharpshooter feat. And with that, let's get him the heck out.
On my way.
And Bird, can you get in there? Yeah. I actually should have had the Bird do this first. Because it's always good to blind everybody when I'm going in. And this Gnoll has already done his reaction, so Bird is totally fine to get the heck out as much as he can. Alright.
What now?
Bird is done.
How horrid.
Alright.
Vile creatures. Nothing that's born of a corpse should be allowed to live.
Okay, let's start looting. Once we're done looting, we can... Oh, severed hand. So gross, man. Once we're done looting this area, we can get away from, like, the horrific viscera that...
Strike you down.
That is... Dude! Not what I wanted. We can get away from all this, like, nasty gore. There is still some nasty gore up on top of the hill.
What's inside?
Actually.
Careful, I bite.
I'm gonna have...
Very, very quiet.
Because you see that, those lines of sight up there? There are gnolls just right up there that we're gonna have to deal with in a second.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
But, here is the deal. It is kind of nice that these hyenas did birth the gnolls, because the gnolls can give you gnoll ears, and gnoll ears lead to alchemistrying potions of speed, and potions of speed are awesome. And we'll read all this in a second once we are in a good spot to read them, but as it is right now, we are not in a good spot at all. Alright, anything else? Yeah, severed head, my gosh.
Best be on my way.
Intestines, this is just gross stuff. This is so gross.
Open up.
Alright, there is... I'm gonna go ahead and head down real quick, just with Nerdad. This is not a super good idea, because again, we're not in a really good position, but there is an item down here that I absolutely want to grab, and I can't quite remember exactly where it is, but I think it's on a skeleton somewhere. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh. Some really rare dye. I don't generally dye my armor. That's not my thing. Oh,
That might be worth a look.
move this flat rock out of the way. And we got a bloodstone. Cool. Did that do anything else? All right. So again, just bear with me while I try to find... I think what I'm looking for is on a skeleton, which I think is right there. Yeah. Yes. So, this ring is so good. This is the Smuggler's Ring. It gives a +2 bonus to stealth, +2 bonus to sleight of hand, and a -1 to charisma. You'll never guess who this is going on. Perfect for a story, and I've already dumped charisma on him, so we are going to end up with him with this extra ring.
Huh. I'll give it a shot.
And let's see here. Finish looting just in this general area. Anything? Guess not. are now ready
At the ready.
to get going with
Wits
these
and
nulls.
blades, always sharp.
We're gonna go ahead and save, and we are
No time to rest.
going up the hill.
Step forward.
Wow, they all go before I do. I guess I should. Oh, I didn't have Nerdad stealthing either. Darn it, that was my bad. Yeah, Nerdad's gonna take a little bit of damage here, but it should be fine. These gnolls are pretty brutal. They're all level 4. They all have a lot of like pretty rough attacks. Yeah, the whole situation's pretty rough. But what I'm gonna do is, as of right now, oh, I should have moved them out of the way. As it is right now, these gnolls are all super focused in this direction. So I'm gonna have Astarion sneak all the way around, and he's gonna come at him from behind. Actually, there really aren't too many good places to be other than this spot right up here. So I think while he is still stealth, we're gonna go ahead and sneak right on past. And get him up in a position where he will have a nice little sniper nest going. Because again, while he does not, have any penalties to being on low ground, we still want the high ground bonuses that he's got. Were those in range? No, they are not. Oh dang. Maybe this was not a good idea. This was not a good idea. All right, we come back down. Because again, we have plenty of time to take care of this. Everybody else is like locked in combat. It's not their turn, so they're not going to actually do anything. I do wish there was a better spot that I could get in, though. How about this? Is this... That's still out, barely outside of range. Still just barely outside of range. All right. 84 and 84. Let's take out this guy first. 18. All right. Not ideal. Not ideal. Should have done Hunter's Mark on that guy to begin with, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull out a lot of my spells during this fight. This can be a pretty rough fight. So with that, I'm gonna have Astarion move out of the way so that I can't really do anything with him. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get some grease going. We're gonna pop that right in this choke point. Can I get 3 guys with that? No, I can't. So, choke point it is. God, and they both saved. Goodness gracious. And I need to get Gale the heck out of the way, too. Alright. Keep on forgetting to do the bird. How far up can this guy get? He can get up to... There's a spot right here. Yeah. Always fun whenever you're clipping into the scenery. Ooh, not great. Not great, not great. Oh, and he's out of movement too. I might lose the bird here. I might lose the bird here. Do you think Nerdad said still on my feet just to rub it into the other guys that they're in Greece and he's not? LOL. And you know what? Let's go ahead and push this guy. Yeah. good luck in the grease again. Cool.
What should I do?
So let's move her. What do these guys have for weapons, actually? Take a look. Looks like just simple little spears. Because I could do a command and have her... Yeah, let's just do spiritual weapon. Let's just get that pulled out. No, actually, I have written down... Okay, yeah. So these spiritual weapons, it turns out they are not identical. Because in Baldur's Gate 3, weapons have like special abilities attached onto them, and so these weapons are a little specific. So like a hammer has a special ability to daze. The halberd and the sword and the axe can all make the target bleed, which will give them damage over time. And then the spear and the trident will open gaping wounds, which makes them take additional damage whenever they are damaged. So I think I'm gonna pull out the hammer because I could use some dazing. That'd be good. And let's get her moved up. Oh.
Heading there.
Oh, that's right. Spiritual weapon's a bonus action. That's awesome. Can she reach? No, she cannot. But... do I want to cast another spell here? Maybe blind? Blind might be good. You know what? Let's just do bless. Let's just do bless. Where is... oh, Kale's out of range. Dang it. Bless is going to wait. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a blind. No, I only have one level 2 spell slot left. We'll leave that level 2 spell slot. I might need it later on for some advanced healing. Could do a guiding bolt. That might be good. No. I'll just freaking attack this guy. Okay, and that's her turn. Oh, and here we go. See, again, this is the theme of the night. I'm not rolling badly. I'm just rolling slightly under. And that stinks. That was my, that resets on short rest. It would have been nice to have that connect. Oh, well. Yep, there goes Burb. Oh, man, this is... ah, he fell down. LOL. Alright. Let me move this down here. He is wearing the poisoner's robe, so we may as well start using some poison. Yeah. Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Nice. And he is poisoned. So poisoned in D&D, or D&D 5th edition. First off, like, it generally does extra poison damage whenever you do a poison attack or whatever, but it also gives them the poison condition, which they have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and this will have it for 2 turns, which will be really, really helpful, because this guy's a pretty beefy guy. This is such a bad setup. Such a bad setup. But yeah, let's go ahead and have... Yeah. Let's move him over here, and let's go ahead and push him right back into the grease. Yeah, take that. Take that. I should have had Shadowheart attack him while he was still around. Man, again, just barely missing. Hey, at least the spiritual weapon hit.
Need to act fast.
And yeah, you are done with your turn. We're back to Astarion. Oh, and Astarion has total free reign to stealth again. Nice. Wait, he's got Hunter's Mark on that one? I should probably do that one.
Let's find some prey.
Why does he have Dread Ambusher still? That's a little weird. I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it. I'm super happy to take it. Just a little weird. See, this is why this build is so good. It is just brutal. Very, very heavy, very accurate shots. And Sentinel for my free attack. Gosh. Okay, so that's rolling bad. That's rolling bad. This guy will still go down here pretty soon.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
There we go. There we go. Critical hit. All right. Lots of hyena ears, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Because again, we're going to use those hyena ears to make potions of speed, which are great potions to have.
What a day. A quick rummage. What's in here? Step light.
Just check everything out here. That's a fun note there. That bird call is a little loud. All right. Okay. So Greece should be fading like any moment now. There we go. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. What's that? Cool.
Still alive, so that's progress.
So that leaves us done with the nulls for now. And so let's actually go ahead and read stuff that we picked up. Oh, first off, that definitely goes on Astarion. That's going to be his business. Heck yes. All right. As per my last letter. Oh, this is great. So this is... Yeah. Though the name of the recipient is obscured, the letter appears to contain a debate of some heat. Your analysis is flawed. The hells are not so simple to understand. Boiling down 9 cosmological layers into evil, but with a few more rules, does generations of scholars discredit. So this is great. This is great because the lower planes are all associated with the different evil alignments. So there's like chaotic evil, and there's neutral evil, and then lawful evil, which for some reason Dungeons and Dragons players have had the hardest time like explaining. And so I think I've heard many players describe like lawful evil as exactly that, like evil but with a few more rules. It's great. Each layer is its own unique moral and magical ecosystem. What Zerial permits in Avernus may be blasphemy to Mammon in the chained cities of Minaros. The hells bend not only to their whim and will, but to their mere presence. The more souls they acquire, the more that combined influence spreads. Avernus itself is glorious for study. Watch a Yugoloth mercenary debate mid-battle with a Rakshasa and tell me I'm wrong. From its red, starless sky to every bloody tributary leading to the Styx, there is something to explore. Of course, getting down there in the middle of the Blood War is a bit stressful, but you can't judge what you don't know. I've gotten off topic. The point is, you're wrong. Looking forward to your reply. That's a wonderful last line there. Best Silvira Savikas, Sage of Candlekeep. All right, what else do we have? To the godly folk of Faerun. A circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevik Feanor, the most high lore master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. Nah, we won't go through that right now. But we'll read this. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. Yeah, we'll leave. We'll leave that one, just more of the same. And then, but we do have this, shipment of orders. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it, and I will know because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what happens if you open the chest. That's how you do a proper threat. Not, yeah, like this is not a threat. Like explaining this is the consequence of opening that chest. You die. Yeah, and that gave us a new quest, find the missing shipment. All right, is there anything else we need to read? Nope, nope, nope. Over here, though, I think that Astarion picked up something. Or maybe not. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is good. Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry. How archaic. My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child, I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. It's really good. Oh, fun stuff. All right. Did I already read this? Yeah, I did. All right, cool. I think that is it, and Nerdad is really close to being encumbered, so we might need to sell some stuff here pretty soon. We're gonna go up here, though. And we're gonna take a look at all this. Wow, that did not take much to encumber him there. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort by weight, and oh, I do not want these rotting baskets. Those are pretty crazy heavy. The severed head I'm also going to leave. That should give me plenty of weight space. Okay. So now let's head on up this direction. Oh yeah. Got some gnolls up there as well. In fact, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and get some of this stuff sold off. And you know what? We'll go ahead and do some healing while we're at it. We'll go ahead and do a Channel Oath charge. And... oh, Astarion's just barely out of range, so let's scooch forward a little bit. And Channel Oath. The Oath of the Ancients Channel Oath ability, this healing radiance is so good. So first off, does 9 points of healing, and then after 6 seconds after a turn, it does another 9 points of healing. Really, really great way of getting you back up to full after a fight, without having to go into a short rest. So with that, let's go ahead and head back over to the Emerald Grove Environs, and we will head over to the vendor. Oh, I've been doing that a lot lately, like leaving my party behind. Emerald Grove Environs. Oh, you know what? I think there was a waypoint on the Risen Road that I could have gotten that I did not get. We'll have to do a little bit of hiking to get back over there. That's fine, I guess. Oh my goodness gracious! Everybody, join in. It does bug me a little bit that there's not a closer waypoint to get to this vendor. I like having my waypoints right by my vendors. So another vendor a little bit later on in Act 1 that'll be the case. Ah, and the Emerald Grove music. I should I like the guitar. I'll have to I should learn this song on guitar, huh? And like play it on stream. Give me a thumbs up if I should learn the Emerald Grove song on guitar. Play it. Anyway. Let's sell some stuff. Actually, let's organize some stuff first. Organize by type. And we're going to send this to camp so that it's not in the way. Idol of Saloon. Alright. These two go to Nerdad. A whole bunch of stuff that needs to be looked at over here. This goes to Nerdad. Yeah, all the stuff goes to Nerdad. I do like keeping one leather helmet and one metal helmet on Shadowheart, just in case it is needed. It's really not, but I'm a pack rat, and it makes me feel better having that stuff on there. Okay. Let's go ahead and store these in Gale's pocket. Scroll of Blur. That's his grenade stuff. That's his scrolls. Oh, and Spell Thief can go in the bag too. Really want that hand crossbow. We'll see if the vendors here have it. Pass this over to Gale. All right, so let's look at Nerdad. Should be a while to get him all organized. So these are my elixirs in the backpack. Oh, let's get rid of all this stuff right here. And we'll put oils in the pouch. Oh wait, did I? That was an elixir. Let's move that over. Alright, all of these scrolls can go over to Gale. That scroll can go over to Gale. That is an arrow, so that goes over to Astarion. That stays... That is poison, that goes over to Astarion. Alright, what do we got? Oh, and some... That goes to Astarion. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Nerdad the Watcher's Guide. I need to keep my eye open for a better spear, though. All right. I think that's an item I want to keep. I can't remember where I got this, but yeah. So I think this is the locket that the kid tried to steal, but I can't recall if it is or not. All right, that gets sold. That gets sold. Apothecary's Ledger. Again, I like to keep one-of-a-kind books and readables over on Gale. Yeah, that goes. Did I read that? Yes, I did read that. Goblin's Drawing. Oh yeah, we checked that out before. Handwritten note, that goes to Gale. Harper's map goes to Gale. Healer's Log goes to Gale. Moonhaven Logbook goes to Gale. Old School Book goes to Gale. Resurrection, that can be sold, that can be sold, that can be sold. Potion of healing recipe, that can be sold. Research notes, that goes over to Gale. Approachable East, that is... What is this? I don't know what this one is. We're going to check and see what this one is. Turn page after page filled with strange alchemical sketches and formulae. Some are written plainly, some in runes and scripts you barely recognize. There are guides to transmuting metals and recipes for weapons of war, but more than anything else, the book is concerned with reanimating dead flesh. That must have been from the that alchemist, the Red Wizard. The Diary of Lump the Enlightened. I don't think we read this. The Triumphs and Travels of Lump the Enlightened. Day 1. Now that I see truth, I can scarcely remember a time before. At first, I thought it was the human's thin flesh that bestowed this gift, but I've come to believe it was the circlet she wore. There was crunch in that shoe. Day 4. The goblin boss Dror Ragslin made a tantalizing proposal. Spare any prey bearing his new god's brand and feast on the rest. He offered considerable coin in return. So it was not long ago that Lump got a hold of the circlet. That's crazy. Alright, that gets sold. All this stuff gets sold. Oh, nope, that goes over to Gale. Make sure we keep all of the grenade-y sorts of items. And Gale's our grenader, so they go to Gale. Carrot stays. Child drawing, that goes to Gale. I don't think any more of this stuff. Oh, actually, that'll go to Gale. That'll go to Gale. Again, I just like keeping that stuff around. Most of this other stuff should be vendable. Yeah. Oh, almost. Water goes to Gale. And here's a cool trick. So I have a whole bunch of alchemical reagents like down here at the bottom. I don't want to have to like move all that stuff manually over to inside the bag. So if you move the bag over to another character, it will automatically take any alchemy items in their inventory and put them in the relevant bag. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move that right on back, and all those alchemical reagents are now in the bag automatically, which is awesome. What is this? Oh yeah, that can be sold. Cool, and I think that is it. I think that's it. We're gonna go ahead and sort these by type again and get ready to vendor a whole bunch of stuff.
Need anything else?
This should be a pretty good batch of
course, but please
stuff to sell.
Remember, you're not the only one in need.
Oh, and he's got plenty of gold too. This'll be exquisite. First off, let's check his scrolls. Anything good? Yeah, plenty of stuff good. Might have to grab some of that. Oh, and let's check for hand crossbows as well. I don't see one. Yeah, I don't see one. Bummer. Anything down here? Sometimes if you do this thing where you click through all of these options, it will reorganize the way things are whenever you look at them from the main screen. So yeah, I don't see any hand crossbows. It's a bummer. We'll find some eventually though. All right. Rotten fish, rotten mushroom. Gross. Ooh, the basilisk oil is definitely something that we want to keep, and because we will possibly need that later on. Yep. So all these javelins. We'll keep the Morningstar +1. This is actually a pretty good weapon for Nerdad. Again, just because my problem with this, the Watcher's Guide, is that it is not a +1 enchanted item. I would definitely prefer to have that be the case. Oh, and that's a that's a unique dagger. Yeah, we'll keep a hold of that. those. Old floppy hat. We'll get rid of one of those. What was that? Looked like a specific... Oh, that's this, the open letter. Letter to the editor. We're probably going to double the gold that we have here, which will be good. I'm pretty low on gold, honestly. I'm going to blame a lot of that on not doing as much pickpocketing as I would like to. And part of that is I don't want to save scum. Definitely don't want to do that for a live stream. But I also definitely want to play this a little bit more paladin-y. Not super paladin-y, but a little more paladin-y. What is that? Drinking horn? Okay. Is that a... No, it's empty. Empty. Keeping the fish. Getting rid of that pork, though. He's gonna run out of gold here actually pretty soon. I need to be careful. Yeah, we're getting close. Which again, hey, that's great. That's great. I need the gold. I need the gold. Lump's Warhorn needs to stay. I don't know if I can use that having killed Lump and his buddies. But we can maybe find out a little bit later. I never ever use dyes, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of this. Apple, we'll keep the apple. Those rubies sell for really well. If there's a good target for pickpocketing and then reselling and then pickpocketing and reselling, it's the rubies. It's the rubies. It's so gross. It's another unique thing that will... Oh, nope. I actually want to keep that ingot. I can't remember if ingots are actually used for anything, so I've been keeping most of the ingots just in case they are needed. You definitely want to keep all infernal iron that you run across. Those are used for upgrading your barbarian once you get her in the party. Wooden bowl. All right. So that should do it. I'm going to go ahead and add some stuff to cart so that we can even this out a little bit more. But what stuff do I add? Like this chainmail +1's a really good candidate. Yeah. Cool. That'll work out just fine. Actually, I need to see if Astarion has leather armor +1. That could potentially be a good upgrade for him. Heck yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, leather armor +1, we'll take that. And I think that is going to be it for us. This guy has so much stuff, he's having trouble loading his inventory up for us. I actually do want that alchemical reagent there. Okay. So, with these scrolls, I'll need to check and see if we already have these scrolls available. But for now... Wait, what just happened? What just happened? That was weird. I don't know what I clicked. But it made like a little coiny sound and I don't know what happened. Okay. This might be a good one for Gil to consume. Deals an additional 1 to 4 slashing damage to burning targets. I mean, it's okay. It's just a hand axe. I don't like hand axes. They're the dagger equivalent of axes. I don't care for them. The one bonus that they have is that they can be thrown. They're light. They're not great damage, so hand axes aren't my thing. All right. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to grab. Like, there is this Hedge Wanderer's armor. This actually would be really, really good for our druid once we get a druid in the party. I think I'm just going to grab this. See, did it again. Oh, what that's doing is that's moving the quantity that I need over to Astarion. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we'll keep that. The dagger +1, I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. I don't really care about dagger +1. Want another hand crossbow though, dang it.
Seek and you shall find me.
Alright, we should be good on that. And we are good on that.
Silver.
So heck yeah, let's go ahead and get this chainmail +1 equipped. Yeah, AC 20. Beautiful. Beautiful sight to see. It will be nice to get another chainmail +1 so I can equip it over on Shadowheart and get her a little bit more defended. And Gale doesn't have any gloves on. So let's get those on. All right.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
So let's
times.
go ahead and go down here and check the other vendor. See if there's anything worth grabbing over there, because there very well might be some armor or weapons that we want. Again, hoping for a hand crossbow.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
I like Damon. Yeah, this fort is holding on by a thread. Are you a smith?
Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before El Terrell fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me,
I really like his eyes.
all the realms like the
They're like
utter power
black
of
holes or
infernal
galaxies
machinery.
or something.
Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
All right, what have we got here, my guy? Look at that. It's a hand crossbow +1. How lovely. Let's see what else he's got. We'll just take a quick look around. Hey, he's got chainmail +1. Cool. So let me go ahead and add both of those on there. He does have a metal helmet. I don't have any of those in inventory, I don't think, but I don't expect that I'm gonna have to use those, so I won't mess with it. What is this? Scale mill? Nah. Okay, I think that is all that he has that we're gonna want. Whew, that is expensive though. It's totally worth it though. Here we go. Cool. All right. So now we can unlock the full power of this build. Sort of. So now we have got Astarion with a hand crossbow +1 and a hand crossbow. That means that he's going to be able to use a bonus action to fire this hand crossbow. The more attacks that we can get Astarion with, the better. The better. And that is now sellable. That we're going to put into Gale's storage space. And Astarion gets leather armor +1. That's all thievy and stuff, so I feel like works out pretty well. All right, padded armor +1. We're actually going to leave that with Gale just in case we want to put him with armor and don't want to mess with mage armor. The padded armor +1, as it is right now, it's going to give him 1 less AC than his mage armor will. So it's not too big of a difference, and he would be able to equip like light armor side items or whatever. All right, and let's go ahead and put those. Oh, I keep on forgetting to do that. There we go. Okay, I think that's all the shopping that we need to do in here. And let's see. We do have a decent amount of gold. Not a great amount of gold, but a decent amount of gold.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
914. So what we're gonna go ahead and pull out all of the scrolls that Gale has and see if there's anything that he needs to learn at the moment. Not once. I'll deal with the once. I love wizards. I love wizards so much. But we'll see if there's, and so the point being, I really like collecting spells, even if I will never ever use them. So we'll definitely learn this. What is it? Spell here. Charm person, no. Hold person would be a really good one to learn. Witch bolt's not a very good spell. Shatter does a lot of damage, but again, it's not really my thing. False life, 7 temporary hit points. It's pretty good. And that's only 50. I'll go ahead and learn it. That's fine. So yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, so the Find Familiar is out for right now. So this is one of the nice things about having this Find Familiar, the Cheeky Quasit, because you can only cast your Find Familiar spell once per short rest. It is a ritual, so it doesn't use up a spell slot, which is nice, but it does recharge on short rest. So if you lose your Familiar, which we did, you have a backup Find Familiar spell to pull something out. And so let's go ahead and summon the Cheeky Quasit. Language.
Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel.
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures, often used as familiars.
I've been saying that wrong all this time. Quasit, not Quasit.
You're not Illy. My master, tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine.
Let's see, your name is Shovel?
Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
What would you like to be called? Shovel is fine. How about another utensil? Fork. Does basket sound good to you? Yeah, let's do what would you like to be called?
Don't care.
How about another utensil? Fork.
Forks make the feast slow. Less tearing, less blood, but fine. I am fork. So, what first, Master? Cutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream?
Oh, jeez. No, and you'll not commit such deeds in my name either. Is that what you and your old master did here? Some light pillage, perhaps a bit of murder to follow? Yeah, is this what you and your old master did here?
Yes. Steal bodies, tear them, then nearly puts them back together again and again. When he wasn't horny for the book. Oh, book this, book that. He loves the book.
A little weird. Yes, I found the book. Quite the read.
Oh? Didn't fry your tiny brain hole? Damn!
Language.
One time, Illy reads it. Eats his fingers like sausages. Bony sausages. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, jeez. Oh boy. Then it is full on labeled fork. That's great.
See? Tell you truth, Beefy. Trust me. Always, always.
Oh, Quasit. So Quasits are kind of cool. You can every short rest you can try to frighten a creature. So frightened creatures cannot move. They have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. What they cannot move, I'm not sure if that would grant advantage to attackers. I'll have to try that out and see how that works. And then they can do invisibility, concentration until long rest. I think this can be cast over and over and over again. So pretty darn cool. Yeah, Quasits are cool. All right. With that, we have been shopping. We have killed a whole bunch of gnolls. We've cleared out the cellar. So it was a good productive session that we had. Like this worked out pretty well. Thanks for joining. We'll be back again tomorrow at let's see. I think it's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, we'll see you next time.